Heading up the garden path. Anyway, interesting. Flipping door. Okay, so a lot has happened in a week, I have to say. So I'll quickly go through. This is my petunia, which did bloom, and the first one is already dying off. But look at the difference between colour. Oh, hello. Right, welcome in. The difference between the colour, but we've got a lot more to come through, and they'll be like that. Actually, they'll be a little bit nicer than that one. It's hot today, so it's struggling, bless it. And then they go like that. Now, my lithodoras are these tiny little things. Now, I've already replanted 3. Enjoying that, are we? Very good. Already planted 3. So here are 3. So I've got the Crystal Palace. This one is marine blue. Now, if you want to know the difference between these two, I don't know if I can do this. No, there we go. Hopefully you can see the shade difference. This one's a little bit lighter. It's not true on camera, but this one is a little bit lighter. And then this one at the back, this is midnight blue, and this one is kind of between the two, sort of. Anyway, there's 3 in there. My salvia plant, I have taken out 2, 3, 4, 5 cuttings. Although they're not cuttings, I've just uprooted them from the main pot, which I'll show you in a moment. Tomatoes. So here are my cherry tomato plants. Just here. Here are my standard. Houston, we have a problem. I'm hoping this will come back. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, well, you know, we'll come to that road, because I still have one tomato plant out in the wild, or should I say potted, in the garden. Okay, so I'll just take you through a couple, oh, sorry beans, that are up and growing. Now, with all these spots, this is cinnamon. Get rid of the ants and the pesties. This is one that I do in my giveaway. That's the carousel. You've seen the lithodora, and this is the blue splash. I don't know if you can read that. Blue splash. There you go. Looping the governor. And this is giant hollyhock. Okay, so the petunia, we're going to be working with this today, so we'll come back to it. This is another Veronica. It's very, very similar to this one, but it's a slightly different colour. They're both blue. I mean, hello. Nigella Midnight, which will be going in the garden when I get a little bit more growth out of it. And the Salbiglosis Bolero. Sweet pea are being very, very slow to grow, which is very, very weird for a sweet pea. And looking at those leaves, I know that that definitely isn't sweet pea. So maybe I ought to take it out. But these sweet peas, this is the next lot, because these got like these and got sold. Woohoo! There is absolutely nothing happening up here at all. And the lavenders are coconut ice, not that you can see what they are yet. Got a mystery. Woo! Here is the fathead. No, it's not a fathead. Oh, it might be a fathead. Fathead lavender that I've got to take the dead leaves off. And give it a slight water without overdoing it. Lavender Munstead and Two Little Ladies. These are up for sale at the moment. And I've got some Bandera up there. Over here, the Sagina with the teeny weeny focus camera. There you go, teeny weeny little flowers on it. I've got two left up here, up there, because I got rid of one. So one is out in the wild, and as the sun comes out, that will open and that'll be a little flower. I say as the sun comes out, the sun is out, but they sleep and they come out to bloom. Beanie, I'm trying to film here, do you mind? The flowers sleep at night, so you'll start seeing them open up during the day, like those, like those, and then you'll have the white speckles on them. Okay, so that's everything in the greenhouse for the moment, including a bean. Let's go out to the front. Oh, well, let's have a look at that first. Love in a Mist, another thing that is in the giveaway. There's the blues and the whites with a blue centre, and the whites that are just white. So that's them. So I've told you about this before. Hello, Mr. B. This is all the same plant, just different colouring, because this is called Masquerade. Hello. Hello, little buzzy beeses. Hi, I'm not a flower, but I appreciate that you think I am. So you've got the purples here, and the pinks, and I don't know if this one is going to focus. Maybe, if I'm really lucky. You can see the pink and the purple in one. On that one, can I see a better example right now? Probably not that you're going to be able to see on camera, but there's one in there. Okay, tomato plants out here. I've got one cherry, and in the middle a standard. So if that one in the greenhouse doesn't work out, this one will take its place. Okay, so most things are spent, finished. The curly locks, there's lots and lots and lots just in there. that's a flower, and there's another one just in there. And how can I tell that's a flower? Because they're ever so slightly pink. And all of these are leaves, but they'll come out. And very happy that there's another one there and another one there. Salvia, that's the one that I've taken 4 cuttings of and put in a pot near the greenhouse. The brilliant thing with salvia is you know when it needs water because it dies down a little bit. Like this is died down. Even though I gave it a water yesterday, it clearly wasn't enough. It's a hot day anyway. The soil is really dry. It's going to have another soak tonight, and then all the flowers will perk up again. Great thing with that, it tells you when it needs watering. I have wildlife. Always good to see the wildlife. Strawberries. As you can see, we've got a couple coming. Let's get rid of the weedy. Now some of these, oh, there's a centipede. I wonder if you can see it. Can you see it? Bye-bye, centipede. Unfortunately, this one went. This one keeps trying to go. I keep bringing it back. It keeps trying to go. This one seems to be doing okay. This one isn't supposed to give strawberries until July. The same as this one. These are supposed to be June, so these are on track. Just okay. Lavender. Holcus. Morning Glory. And here comes a bean because she thinks she's missing out. I've got 2 sweet peas in here which are attempting to climb up here. They've been trailing out here and I keep on putting them back, and the wind takes them, or they just go, no, I'm going this way. And I keep putting them back. So slowly we're actually latching on now. My fuchsias. We have lots and lots of aphids, but I'm not overly worried because they don't damage this plant too much. Yes? Pain in the bum you are. But I'm so thankful that this has actually taken, because fuchsia is actually my favourite garden plant next to cornflower, and all of these got destroyed quite badly when the wind blew over my wheelie bins straight onto them. Okay, my blue fescue grass, another one that's in the giveaway, is starting to seed, and I'm almost certain you can't see the hue properly, but it's very blue over green. Very blue over green. Okay, the front border. Sea holly, absolutely overloaded with eggs. Overloaded. Not much I can do about that either, really, because until they hatch, I can't kill them. And believe me, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill them. Spiderwort. The Geordie. So vibrant against that lime green. Now this is a cilia or scilia, and we've now got seed pods, which I'm quite looking forward to getting the seeds from them. I love Geordies when they're like this. They're almost thistle-like. I mean, they come from the thistle family anyway, but love that. We have Live in the Mist Midnight. And again, we've got the seed pods coming, and it's to catch them in time. And next to the Midnight, we've got some Blue Jekyll. It's the colouring. Now these, Black Peony Poppy, double Black Peony Poppy. We'll just lift its head slightly. You can see like a purpley red when that blooms. Can't wait to show you, because it's a beautiful deep blacky colour. Up here we have some rare stuff that I can't pronounce at all, but this is the first year it's been out, grown from seed, and I'm really pleased. Looks like flowers are incoming, and one reason why I'm really chuffed with this is because last year it looked like nothing was going to happen. There was no germination, no nothing. This year we've got something. And just behind here, one of the rare ones, and these are South African, native as far as I remember, and they're very similar to Tigridia. Now, the black bush that I can never remember the flipping name of, with the pinky flowers. This got done this week, last week should I say, last week. Borrowed a neighbour's hedge trimmer, and this was pretty wild. This was pretty much looking like that. I'd lost my spiral in it. I've put it back, and I did the same to this one too. Over the road with the sign, most has died down now. There will be some more that come up, but 1, 2, 3 and 4 clumps got put in this week. And this, will you believe it? Probably not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. This, focus camera, focus. That is a juvenile ladybird. Juvenile ladybird. Okay. And that is a very mature beanie. Anyway, Pinacetium, Allium, which has now got seed pods on it. Now the flowers have died back. There's still flowers to come up there. The Dianthus has died down, and we're now getting seed pods with that, and natural weeds. So that's that. Right, let's get some work done. Back. I have grabbed last year's basket. It's got a couple of weeds in it, but there's nothing alive. So I'm going to take everything out, clean it up, and put in my 3 chosen plants for the moment. Lobelia Blue Splash, which is the one that I showed you a bit earlier. My Petunia, Truette. And woo, my grass beginning with S that I can't remember the name of because I'm ever so clever. And I don't even know if you can hear me. Anyway, I'm going to aim the camera down and hope that you can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so first thing I need to do is take the chain where's the other one? There's the other one. Two-thirds off the basket so that I can actually access the basket. Then take out, oh, there's actual real growth that I need in there. Okay, that's good. Now this is why I don't just dump it out. I look before I leap. Because yes, this is a weed, which we can take out. This is a weed, which I can take out. Pretty sure this isn't a weed. So, got to be careful with that. So everything else, yep, it's out. There's a lot of wood lice in here. Hi pigeon. I know you can't see the pigeon, but I wanted to say hello to the pigeon. So I've got that. I'll come back to that. This I'll dump out and be straight back. Okay. So what I have is my empty basket and the coconut core matting, and what you can see inside it is a piece of plastic. Recycling for a reason. Now this stuff allows the water to drain out, but being in a basket, these need so much flipping water that if you pay water bills, your bills will shoot through the roof. So in the bottom, plastic, of which water can't penetrate, in the bottom, so it creates a little well. But on top of that, I'm going to put a water mat. Just one will go in the bottom. Now, I'll read what's on here for them. Place water mat in saucer under plant pot. Well, you know, this isn't for a pot, but it's what they're supposed to be for. And you add water and add water and add water, and for a week that will feed, that will water your plants. It will hold water and it will water your plants. That's an added extra. There will be another thing in there, which I'll show you in a minute. First, compost. Peat-free compost. Dumping it in. Also going to add a little bit of slow release fertiliser. And then add a little bit more compost. Using peated compost is really bad for the environment. is toxic. And the other thing about it, apart from being bad for the environment, you know, that's the given thing. Not all plants can take the pH of it. And pH is very, very important to plants. So the first thing I'm going to add is the grass. Right, no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm lying. I am lying. I'm going to add a little bit more up here first. And I apologise for neighbourly noises. It's a hot day. People are actually doing things. It's great. I'm going to add this back in on the side where it was before. I'll give it plenty of support. Right, now I'm going to add the lobelia. Keep calling it Lithodora. Plant upside down, gentle tap or squeeze if it's too dry. Oh, perfect. If you ever see little white blobs like that, that's nitrogen. That's the roots turning what they get into balls of nitrogen. Anyway, that is now in. Give it a little bit more padding. And turn. And then here, I'm going to separate everything, because this is where I'm going to put the grass and then the last plant. So again, turn it upside down. I know this is a shallow rooter, so I'll just knock off the excess and I'll put that in, and that will go in the middle, like so. Although, because it's so shallow rooted, I need to put a little bit more under it. There we go. And then we'll put in the pirouette petunia, which is a little bit drier. But look at all that rooting. But I will knock a little bit off before I put her in. Now, normally when I do a basket, if I have the money to do one, in a basket this size, I normally put 5 or 6 plants in. There's some people that will put around a dozen in. For me personally, it's too much, because I want the plants that are in there to have room to grow. I don't mind so much about the aesthetics of a basket, so much. It's giving the plants room to breathe. So there I have last year's, just there. I have the lobelia, I have the scheme, segmud, I can't remember. The grass, dead-headed, and just in there, the little seed pod will come out of the petunia. So one thing that I'm going to do before I put the final blips on, that's really technical, isn't it? I'm going to put some water crystals Again, they do the same as that mat that we put underneath. They hold the water, they release it as the plants need it. So I've got something at the bottom, something toward the top. Put way too many on, that was clever. But making sure there's no pockets of air. One more time over here. And then put the chains back on, and I'll meet you where I've got it hanging. Start to finish, this has taken me 15 minutes just to put a couple of plants in a pot. So I will be showing you the progress as we go. I'm not going to water it right this minute. There is moisture in the new compost, but tonight that will get a really good soak. And one thing that I do on a regular basis, I normally have 2 baskets. I normally have one here and one here outside my front door. What I normally do is once a week, if this has been on, I will pick it up, turn that hook, which means the basket turns, and that side of the basket will then get more light. And then when I bring it back, hook goes on. Ta-da!